Looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast with Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac.
Acknowledge me.
Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown, featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Yeah, it's your boy, Main Event Triple J, now here for the NXT recap. Yes, you don't see me with my unusual mask today, but I got my gator on. So, let's have a great show tonight, fellas. Gator night. So, I'm joined here with my fellas. Got Mr. Shane O'Mac, and I got the CEO Mundo. Fellas, how we feeling tonight?
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
What's good, everybody? It's me, your homie Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy back to the original NXT Tuesday? Maybe, perhaps? We'll see. We'll talk about it. It's good to see all of you. Let's get it.
Say his name and he appears.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? You know what time it is.
Yeah. Drop it. What's good, Three Bells Podcast? It's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself, the what? And yes, we are here for NXT Tuesday. It is back to the past or the future, or it's like the future and the past put together, and that's where we are with NXT tonight. Okay, I'll rock with it. But we are still on the season 11 though, so I guess it's the future. So yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to get it going with my fellas. Shane O'Mac, Triple J. What's up?
Fellas, if y'all ready, Shane, can you do me the honors?
Because Jay asked for it and he's ready. Mundo, you're here, you're ready, and hopefully all of you out there are ready. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's get it. For this is Three Bells Podcast, everybody. I was about to say 2, 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we begin the NXT episode, and we see with Booker and Vic tonight, they show us the new look PC. Looks a little bit bigger, we got some black with the black and silver. Not too surprised, we kind of expected them to go back home. And, during that situation, we see the showing of Oba losing to Mr. Tony D himself. Also, right after that, we got the Dawn ringside, and he's talking to us. What does he got to talk to us about?
They got some wine over there.
Look,
I'm gonna drink my pineapple juice.
And have a big celebration as the new NXT North American champion.
Shout outs to you, man.
Salud.
Yeah.
And I wanted to
Finally.
celebrate with my family. Because without them, I wouldn't be sitting here today with this title.
True.
How come they
But
didn't
I want to
update
give a
that title?
toast to the former
I don't
North
know.
American
Weird.
champion.
Good question. Good
Oba
question.
Femi. See, he is the longest reigning North American champion in history.
Right
And the
before you
man,
took it.
I'll be honest, who broke me. Oba, you are a machine. But I needed to win this title by any means necessary.
True.
He
So
did.
I used your greatest strength against you. Pride.
Bruh.
Pride that you will dominate and break any man who stands across the ring from you.
A deeper love.
Oba, I baited you.
Yeah,
I
right.
baited you into thinking
Yeah,
that
right.
once again,
now you-
broke the dime.
You lost me there. You lost me, dude.
No. I had you right where I wanted you. I
Right.
seized the moment, did the unthinkable, and I beat you.
Great.
So you think he's bullshitting as far as like baiting him during the match?
He didn't bait him.
Are you saying during the match or just in general?
He was talking about during the match.
Part of me wants to think that this is over. But I've been doing this a long time now, and I know we're far from it.
We'll talk after.
So in the meantime, to Oba Femi.
To Oba Femi.
To Oba Femi.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh shit.
Gotta love the strut. Gotta love that strut.
That's smooth as hell.
This right here is very menacing.
North American champion has
This
come out here and
huge.
sharing a glass of
Yeah.
This huge man. Like, Jesus Christ. And like he was confused. He didn't know if he wanted to be mad or still bounce a little bit. So he did a little bounce, but he was
Yeah.
like, fuck that shit.
Gave a little bit of both. I like that.
Because he don't got the belt.
really
He doesn't feel bouncy.
I can't
That's what it
lie.
is.
You got me, Tony.
Yeah,
Did.
right.
You really did.
You
He
did.
seized the
You
moment.
really did.
Congratulations. It happened once, but it will not be happening again.
You mean again?
Halloween Havoc. I will regain my North American championship.
Really?
And once
Championship.
again, I will be the ruler of
The ruler.
NXT.
His accent is so perfect and so dominating. It's like so like it's just strong.
So
One
just
more
like
thing.
that, we get a rematch.
Your little
Oh,
family
yeah.
here, they will not be by your side to help you.
It's a rematch clause. He was the champion.
What does that mean?
Now, Tony D'Angelo trying to stay calm.
What was that? What does that mean?
Well, Jay
Cool
didn't
and
tell us about
collected.
what we saw in the beginning of the show, which was this and Vic and Booker standing by the wheel.
This wheel is supposed to determine what type of match they're gonna have at Honey
Yeah.
Havoc.
At Halloween Havoc. And
Tables,
it's-
ladders.
As the wheel has
And
spun,
scares.
and it is spoken.
Scares match.
The North American title will be
The hell is
defended at
that?
The hell is a scares?
Tables.
Yeah.
Basically it's supposed to be like a TLC match. So they put, scares to replace the chairs.
Oro Mensa, tonight you take on Lexus King in a gentleman's duel.
I like
which
that
has some
shirt
pretty
Oro got
interesting
on.
rules.
Well, we're backstage
Well, the
with
first
Oro
one is you
Mensah
can't strike your
and
opponent while
Byron
they have all
Saxton.
4 points of contact on the ground.
Are you
also
guys
can't throw your
comfortable
opponent
with
over the
Byron
top
being
rope
on
onto the
NXT?
floor. You have to break the referee's count at 3 while
Yeah.
in the
Sure.
ropes, and there's absolutely no
He's on-
fighting
he's on-
allowed on the
yeah.
outside. All will result in a disqualification.
Yeah, I mean that's
Some pretty
I'm
wild
okay
rules.
with backstage.
And I mean, what's Lex's deal here, huh? Who's he trying to fool? Why is he pretending like he's not his father's
Pretending.
son? My guy is just
Gentlemen's
annoyed
match.
that I beat him at
So
his own
there's
game
rules
last
for
time.
this to be clean.
Oro, that is just
Hell, super clean.
disappointing to
No.
hear.
Here's Lexus King.
I mean, before our last match, you told me to make my father proud. But making him proud, that would have meant cheating.
The Janet
And
Jackson
I did
Rhythm
it, but
Nation
you
jacket.
did. Tonight, that's going to be different. Tonight is going to be a fair wrestling match. So may the best man win.
Be the best soldier.
I'm buying this. Not for 1 second. Come on.
Look at that. That shirt is fire, bro. I want that shirt.
To the left.
Mm-hmm. That's what we totally
Yeah.
get. Yeah, totally getting that vibe.
Shout out to Lexus King and Janet Jackson. All right.
Okay, formation.
All right. All right, Shane. What? Oh, not but Tony D'Angelo was saying.
Tony.
He was saying that he had Oba. He baited him in the match. You remember at one point it looked like he lost him. He got broken again. He was basically trying to say that was a part of the act. And when Oba got too full of himself, is when he caught him with the that fruit roll up and got the W.
Oh, so it wasn't when Ober accidentally knocked Rizzo down? Because I thought it was because Oba, he had most of that match, but it wasn't until that moment when Tony, when he saw Rizzo fall like that,
right?
It was like dun dun dun, and then next thing you know, he got his pepper. But you're basically saying he's basically saying that the whole thing he designed for it to happen like that so that he could get the win.
I'll say more of what we were talking about that night, which was when he faked them out and he backed up and he made it look like he was like scared. I think he went in making it seem to Oba that he was like still broken and intimidated, but he but he wasn't.
Okay,
he just used it against him. But I think seeing Rizzo fall though pissed him off entirely, because I mean I know if it was me or you or Jay and we seen somebody that we love, a woman, specifically a woman that we love, get knocked down by a man, oh hell no, gloves are off, we fighting. Straight up. You ain't gonna knock my mom or my sister or my auntie, my grandma. It's over.
Right. You're right.
That's crazy.
That's what's up, Jay.
Yeah,
man. So we get our first match of the night, where we're featuring the newly acquired Stephanie Vaquer versus NQCC's Ren Sinclair.
Who that?
Mundo, Shane, talk to me about this swoon.
Really, Shane? Who that?
Who them, Jay?
You know who the hell Ren Sinclair is?
The first one before
Stephanie Vaquer.
Who them?
I got it. Oh, last week's. I
was like who them? Stephanie Vaquer. Yeah.
I can read that. It says that right there, but who? Yo, y'all are hilarious, man. That's funny. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna just blow up the spot. This probably would have been my match of the night if I hadn't seen the main event. Because I enjoyed this match a lot because I was just blown away by the talent of Ren Sinclair. I did not know that she had that match, that mat ability, that skill to, the counters that she was doing with Stephanie. Because Stephanie, I'm not familiar with her at all, but I seen that she was doing unique submission moves and holds, but then Ren would be able to find a way to counter it and do her own unique style of submission moves and holds. And I was just like, wait, hold up. She was always able to do this, but, I guess she's under that learning tree of Charlie Dempsey. And what do you call it, Shane? The Greco style wrestling?
Greco wrestling.
So, yeah. I was just like, in the beginning, I was just like, okay. Because whatever that was that Stephanie, that leg maneuver that she did, that she was standing up and it somehow turned into a pin, but then it was a submission at the same time. I've never seen that before. So I was just like, cool. But then Ren was able to, turn it into her own submission move where she like flipped out of it and had Homegirl's arms. And I'm just like, what the hell? And then as the match goes on, it was nice a nice leg drop by Stephanie that I was impressed with. Again, I had another unique style of offense from Stephanie where she hooked her legs or something. I don't even know how it was. If she hooked her legs onto the arms and shoulders of Rin and then was like driving Rin's head into the mat. I'm like, bruh, you know, that reminded me of like Naomi when she would do that in the corner, but you know, force people's faces into her butt. But
her face in her butt. Yummy.
Right, but I but I think the driving of the head into the mat is a little less cushiony. And then Rin came out of nowhere with a nice double underhook suplex, and I'm like, yo, I'm really getting impressed by Rin Sinclair. Like, she looks really good, and to be the first person to face this new talent, you know, that's a lot of pressure on you right there. But for you to hold your own, and remember they had a stand-up moment where they were going back and forth, and Rin was not backing down. I'm just like, I think I'm becoming a Rin Sinclair fan. I mean, I remember when she was just a joke. That's the girl. She wasn't. No, that was Brinley. But Rin used to just be in the background and stuff. But I'm just like, I think I'm starting to like her. But whatever that finisher was that Stephanie hit, I don't even know what it's called. You know, this is NXT. We don't get names of moves, but that finisher was sick because, you know, it kind of reminded me a little bit of AJ Styles with his neck backbreaker type thing. But I was just, but I've never seen a woman do it, and I'm just like, wow. Like I was impressed with both ladies. Both ladies put on a great show, great match to start the show. But Rin, man, wow. I was really impressed by her, Shane.
Yeah, I agree. And I see that being that you are the chosen one to introduce our newbie to the roster. So, yeah, put on your big girl shoes and, you know, come up with something nice as our welcome mat to our newcomer, who everybody is going, you know, ham and eggs over. So, yeah, Rin definitely had to step up her game based on the popularity of this new chick. And apparently she brought stuff to the table too. So, yeah, she had to match that. And she did an awesome job, believe it or not. She actually did an awesome job. And shout out to Stephanie. That was a great debut match for her. Definitely going to keep our eyes on her. She had a lot of good moves too. She actually did this this nice little slam where they was at the corner, and Steph managed to like grab her leg and throw it and like do like a flip type of thingy. There's a name for it, but it just looks so cool the way she did it. And
I was just in a maze all around, bro.
Yeah, and she had to have been amazing, and she had to have been powerful, Stephanie, because her win brought out some company. Unwelcome, unfortunate company, courtesy of Roxy and her homie Jade. Yeah, they came out and attacked or tried to attack, and then a third person comes out, Giulia. Julia.
I knew he was going to do it.
You knew I was going to say her name. You know I got to say her name. Because that's how you spell it. Julia. Julia. Yeah. So so she comes out, she helps out her girl. Because I had my eyes on you for quite some time. I knew you was going to come out and do that. That's why I came out. That's how Julia talks. Y'all stop playing. Y'all know that's how she talks. So, yeah. So they went through all of this, Jay, for what? So that we can get a nice little treat for next week, maybe, perhaps. But
from what I'm seeing, is Halloween Havoc.
Halloween
Havoc. Match? Yeah, they want to match
challenge
during that time.
That.
Yeah.
So Jay, you think it's a good idea that they're basically taking the new talent and bringing them together and having them face other people instead of having them go face to face, make it more special for like a stand and deliver where we'll get a Julia versus Stephanie situation.
All right. Well, I'm thinking the way that they're doing it, this is the right way to do it because Stephanie and Julia, they're already seasoned vets.
Right.
They're well known on the indie circuit. So, to put them in with the talent that we have now that's still learning the ropes, learning the game, this helps them, I think, even more, learn the maturity, learn what they got to really do, based off of that.
And I feel like they're giving it the Jade and Bianca, situation where everybody wanted to see those two go against each other so badly, but WWE was like, "Yeah, we're gonna put them together, and then we're gonna make you like them together." And then it's like now it's like an afterthought where you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I wanted to see them go against each other, but damn, they're actually really good together now." So then when that time actually comes, when it's time for them to go against one another, you're like, damn, they should know each other like the back of their hand. So this should be a good match. So that's how I'm looking at it. But I feel what you're saying because it's also good for them to put that veteran experience on this young NXT roster to just overall better the product. So yeah, I get it. I like that.
Right, and is it fair to have two fresh talents fight each other compared to having someone already there?
Right.
At least for that balance, for someone that's already there, that's part of the culture, to bring someone in that's from another culture. So it's like you're kind of showing them the ropes of how we do things here. Right. It could be greater or it could be lesser than where they came from, but I think it's so that you can keep that creme de la creme. There's that thing again, the creme de la creme of the NXT.
I like that, Shane. Definitely. Yeah. You're 100% correct on that one. Like, definitely. All right. So this is how we do it here. So you're going to have to adapt from what you're used to because they're coming from Japan and Mexico and whatever. And it's like, all right, you can take those styles, but now you have to blend it in with what we do here. Yes. And then let's see how that's beautiful, Shane. Yeah, shout outs to you on that one, brother.
And that's why we had that awesome match today.
Hell yeah. I told you, man, that would have been my match of the night right there.
There was one move in the match that I thought was wild where Stephanie had her like in a Boston Crab type move and she like kind of leaned her head and body back to the rope. You would kind of see how it extended. And I was like, damn, not too many people, do this type of Boston Crab because hers was just standing. Normally, it'll be to the back.
Right.
I thought that was very, very, very unique from her.
Shout outs to Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Old school Chris Jericho.
And then there was like a corkscrew leg grab that Stephanie, when Stephanie looked at her and she was like, no. And just corkscrewed her leg, and that was basically the end of the match, you could say, because that neck breaker, I didn't even know what to call it on my paper, bro.
Dude, all I know is Booker T was like, "Oh, I've seen this before. It's over after this." I'm like, "Well, then what the hell is
what's
it
the
called?"
name of it?
Bro.
If you've seen it before, bro, help us out a little bit. I never seen it before.
Unless you didn't know then.
I put power neck breaker on my paper.
I thought it was about to be a pile driver at first. I'm like, what is about to happen right now?
And then it was turned into that neck break. He was like,
yeah. And then I think Rin sold that so good, facial wise. Like she just had the I'm out of it type face. I was like, yeah.
True. So we got Trick Williams in the back talking with Kalani. What's that about?
Black Power.
If it ain't Tricky two-time and the first and only the standout himself Kalani at the same place at the same time. Look, we looked good last week with the gold up in the air, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, we did. And you know what's crazy? That moment's going to go down in history. But wait, don't
thank
you
you,
find out
Shawn
who you face
Michaels.
at Halloween Havoc tonight?
Yeah, I will. I know it's
Thank
in
you,
between the
Triple
young
H.
OG. I mean, he did his thing with Randy Orton last week.
He did.
Not his show.
That no good backbiting Wesley, or that cockroach who
His
will
company.
not leave me alone, Ethan Page. Either way it goes, all I know is this title run is going better than the last one. You feel me?
Absolutely.
That's a pretty title.
What about you, Standout? What you got cooking?
Our title's
I
the
don't
same
know,
too.
honestly. But the way this
Yeah.
women's division
But
is looking,
it's still
it could literally be
It's new
anyone.
though. It's not a
So I'm
Vince
just gonna let
title.
Ava pick who I face
guess.
next.
And look,
But one thing I do
Fatal
know, Trick,
Influence in the back,
no
just
one can do
watching
it
them.
like Lonnie.
Let's talk about it. Do your thing, though.
Hey, you too.
You already know.
So I am so confused by this. Only
Looks like we
because
pay Ava a little visit. I think so.
Ava's gonna have her hand.
Well, because their eyes is on. I don't know
No.
why all three of them are specifically eyeing just that one title rather than like a tag title.
well,
Or
I mean,
maybe that's next, so that all three of them will have titles.
well, because of the tag titles are just now being reintroduced back to NXT because at first
Right.
it was like they were being overlooked. And like as far as like with me and Jay, I kept saying to him, like, bro, I don't understand. If they merged the NXT women's tag titles with the WWE tag titles, why are they not coming to NXT more often? It's like that's their championship titles too. You know, if that's the case, then give them their own belts back. Because those, I mean, they were being defended just like how the men were defending them, but yeah, I just didn't. I never understood it. I never understood that so much. But what I was saying is the fact that Kalani and Trick are so buddy when Kalani's boyfriend is him.
But that's not. But that's not a storyline, though, is it? Like we only know that from, you know, from social
media
on the
Right.
background. But it's
But
not
social
a
media.
story.
No, but I'm saying because WWE uses social media to promote storylines as well.
Sure.
So I'm saying, in a sense, Mello should be kind of pissed off that Trick is even talking to his girl.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. If we're talking about just in general talking, yeah,
Yeah,
of course you
that's what
shouldn't be
that's what I'm
nowhere
saying.
near them.
Right, and I'm like, she's like their buddy type thing, and I'm like, hold on a second. We gonna
And they
have to
got
talk
their own
about
little
this.
their own little handshake too.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying.
Like where did that come from? Like they had to be at the cut somewhere for a minute in order to
Right.
develop that little hand. I mean, we don't even have that. All we do is this.
Right. And that just started happening.
And
out
it
of
just started
nowhere.
happening, you know, after a while. But yeah, that could be an interesting story in terms of if they were to bump heads again. That'll be
Right.
a reason.
Right.
But then Kalani will have some explaining to do also. It's like, yo, why are you dealing with this fool? You know the history that you know that he and
We
Hyatt
not
has.
cool no we not cool no more.
Right.
At least for now.
But I guess they was doing that. I guess we got that scene due to, like they
Last
said,
week.
from last week.
Yeah.
So they got that, you know.
They're friends
They got
now.
they friends now because they have something in common there.
And they're the only
tops
two
in
left.
the company. Yeah.
And they're the only two left. Everybody else went back to the main roster. So but that I just wanted to see if y'all were kind of like thinking like I'm not trying to start nothing. I was just like I found it a
You
little
probably
odd.
did. You probably like in the future. You probably like Mello will probably be like coming out of the cut somewhere. Like they're doing their
But-
promo and Mello's like,
I'm Team Mello, so I got to spot it out. I'm like, bro, your girl shouldn't be that cool with your op right now. Last time I checked, he
That
beat
is
you,
true.
and y'all was beefing. So unless you tell me otherwise, unless you tell me that y'all cool, I'm gonna just be
that's
third
true.
eye.
Third Eye Blind.
Yeah, Jay.
So prior to our next match, we have Carmen Petrovic, Ashanti Adonis in the back talking.
And Brinley Reese.
The player himself.
Teaming up with Julia?
I saw. I mean, what's what?
Carmen looks awesome.
I'm sorry for crossing you, man.
And she looks mesmerized by Ashanti.
But honestly, I got caught up in the moment. By the way, do y'all know what Shorty's name was?
Ashanti. That is how you talk to women?
Oh, here we go again.
It's
Wait, so he was
so
he was kicking it with
disrespectful. These are
Brinley?
ladies. And they deserve to be treated with some respect. Brooks, you feel the same way, right?
This motherfucker.
Brooks looks bigger.
It's the black.
He looks dirty.
Hey, yo, we got a problem?
I think
What's up with it, dog?
Hey, whoa, guys, we are not doing this here, okay? Come on, walk. Walk to Ava's office. Ava's office, come on.
Stone.
Mr. Stone.
Still high off of his birthday.
Nice comeback after his talent got fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's still on TV, so.
Look at. Ooh, was that Carmen?
Yeah. She was picking up the roses.
Picking up the roses. Ah, so she's
damn right.
So she's a little smitten. So she's smitten.
She's infatuated by Ashante. I mean, yeah.
Even though he was talking to Brindley, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was giving the rose to her.
But the thing is, I guess his last week was like the last time they was at the PC. Because we haven't seen any of them as far as the last 2 weeks,
right?
You know, so I get But again, I guess since we're back at the PC, we get to see all these talents again who weren't being shown for the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Unless he might have just misspoke. I don't know, but he said, "I'm sorry for messing up your match last week," and I'm just like,
yeah, he did interfere in her last match.
But that wasn't last week.
Well,
no, we had 4 matches last week, and I know that was not one of them.
No, he probably spoke about the match where he came out and tried to holler at Shorty.
Right, that was like 3 weeks ago.
Right, I think that's what they meant.
The last PC episode, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe in their timeline, you know, it might have been last week at the PC.
Someone forgot their
so
lines.
Weird. Yeah, somebody stumbled in lines, but
hey, Carmen, get you better get at it, Carmen. If you like it, get it.
Yeah, but where's that coming from? Like where's this smittenness coming from? Like out of nowhere.
Well, she was kind of giving him some googly eyes the last time we saw them on air together. It's just that she's been doing it like quietly. Like even Ashante hasn't been noticing because he wasn't looking at her. He's been talking to Brindley the most of the time. Mm-hmm. You know, the whole thing started with him talking to Brindley about her guys getting attacked by Brooks, right? Wasn't it Brooks?
I think so.
Yeah, remember Brooks put one of them in the hospital, and yeah, that's why we have this whole. That's the thing. It's been so long, but that's why we have this whole dynamic, and yeah.
Interesting.
Sean's trying to remind us all.
I guess so.
So we have our second match of the night.
I thought you was about to show us something when you said Sean's about to remind us, and you pulling out some.
It's my pineapple juice.
Okay.
I'm literally drinking pineapple juice.
Sean is reminding us, and you pulling out a thing of milk, and like milk.
I told you I was drinking pineapple juice. It keeps me going. I got that.
This episode of the Three Bells Podcast is brought to you by Mundo's Pineapple Juice.
Right, I got that in my water.
I thought you were gonna say Mundo's milk.
And some Poland Sprite.
No. Mundo's milk.
What?
Dude, I know you like the ladies in NXT, but yeesh.
Oh man,
no need to have a gallon of yeet.
Oh God, no!
Oh no! This is our last episode. Oh no!
It's only 11:05, Shane. 11:05.
Oh no! On Tuesday.
Not 3 bells after done.
Okay.
Wow. He said a gallon of yeet. Wow.
Dude, how are you going to repeat? And then he repeats what I say.
Because I'm just in shock right now of what the hell you just said. I'm like,
what I say.
Triple
that makes
J,
you just as
really?
bad. If I'm saying all these things, why do you repeat it?
Because I'm in shock. That's
I'm shocked that Shane said what he just said. What did Shane said? Go to the replay. You don't quote me. Now you're the bad guy. Because now the filthy words is coming out of your side, out of your box over there.
Look, I look. It came from you. You started it, so it's on you. Okay.
Because there's this wonderful thing called editing, so I can make it look like only you said it.
Even though this is a live show,
I'm talking about afterwards.
Even though LeBron is sharing this live show right now.
I'm talking about afterwards. LeBron is sharing this show. Shout out to LeBron. Anyway,
I don't know. He's probably just not getting off of work. Go ahead, Jay.
Jay, you have a spare. You have a spare scarf so that I can hide my face, so I can keep quiet.
Yeah, it's to my right. I was showing Mundo.
Yeah, he has an all black one.
All black one, huh?
Yes, an all black one.
That would have made me look like a super murderer.
Yeah, that's what I said. Don't rob anybody.
Just not a regular one, but a super one, huh?
Yeah.
See, like that's Shane don't have to say nothing. There we go.
Yeah.
Are y'all serious right now?
There we go.
This really? Are you guys about to go do a job while I'm just sitting here?
Yeah, we're about to hop on your train, Mundo. What train you?
What in the hell is going on right now?
Welcome everybody. This is the Three Bells Podcast.
Yeah. No, it is not. Not looking like that. Not looking like that. It's just me. I'm the Three Bells Podcast, and you guys are over there just planning a heist or some shit.
What is it about Tuesdays? What is it about Tuesday when we act up? Why we don't act up like this on Monday and Fridays? It's always Tuesday because
Tuesday we know that we don't have to go. We don't have to do anything tomorrow. The next day we just be like, yes, we can relax.
Because of this guy. That's why.
I didn't do nothing.
Exactly.
Exactly. You just let it all roll.
I did nothing.
Of course. Let it roll.
Let it rock.
Of course. So our second match features a gentleman's
second match
duel
only.
match.
37 minutes into the show, and we're at our second match.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we're doing a good time.
Yeah. Where we featuring Lexus King versus Metaphor's Oro Mensa. We seen Oro come out alone today. Like when he came out, he looked to his left, he looked to his right. He didn't have nobody from his group with him. I was like, uh-oh. Is this something that's stirring in the pot between the group? Maybe, maybe not. Or or he knows that they are focused on these tag belts and what they did on Monday.
Right.
So, yeah. So our first ever gentleman's duel match. Shane, Mundo, talk to me. This was weird. It was so fucking weird. I swear to you.
It's very weird. Like, I'm the type of person that I like matches with no rules.
All right.
No holds barred, no disqualification. Anything can happen as long as we get a 3-pin or submission. It's the type of matches I really, really like. And then we have, the regular matches, which, okay, I get it. I understand. You have certain rules because you don't want it to get too crazy. I got that. Now you have this thing called a gentleman's duel. Basically, you can't throw anybody outside the ring. And if your opponent is on all fours, i.e. both hands and knees, you can't touch them. And
that was so weird.
It's
both hands and knees. Like,
it's
what?
so weird, Mundo. And why am I reminded of that house show? I think it was like a holiday show we went to where they had a cage.
MSG.
Yeah, they had a cage and they couldn't get out. They couldn't go outside.
Austin versus Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm. They had to keep it inside the cage. And
I'm saying, it was no escape.
What is with all of these rules? But then we was reminded of all the kids that was around us because it was mad kids there. It was a holiday tour show. So I guess they had to keep it because the kids. So
Super PG.
Super PG. Meanwhile, Mundo and I, we was getting fired up with them cups.
I still got that cup. That's that that black cup, right?
It was the black one and the MSG one where we had our where we got our cup. Brown water from.
The Knicks cup. I threw that out.
Yeah. So that's what this match reminded me of. It was just so weird, and they had to be so clean. However, there were some good moves, like when King was laying down and Oro came and stood over him. He managed to kick up and hit him right in the face. I thought that was cool. And yeah, speaking of, King almost threw Oro out of the ring over the third rope because he was going to do a move. Oro was going to do a move, and King managed to grab him and almost threw him out. And that would have been a disqualification again. It's that clean. Why is it so clean? There was this leg hook type of slam from King, which I thought was cool. And man, Oro, man, you're about to be my moment of the night, man, with this spinning heel kick. He did this while King was like on the corner on the top rope.
Yeah.
Oro managed to do this flip in the air and with his feet just hits King. I thought that was just it was perfect. A perfect air flip kick. It was just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? Something happened. And yeah, Mundo, what happened? Did something off happen?
Well, I'm not aware of what you're talking about, but I know that after Oro hit that flipping kick to Lexus on the rope, he followed it up with a nice springboard kick from the top rope from himself. And then he hit him with this hellacious clothesline, like Lexus was gaining momentum on the ropes, and then Oro turned to him and just caught him with a nice clothesline. I was like, well, goddamn, JBL. I was like, woo.
Yeah.
But I'm not familiar on the finish. I think I might have turned my head, but I don't know how they got into that penny predicament. Maybe Jay, you can fill me in. But we do know that Lexus did get the win. I mean, it's not a penny predicament that I'm not familiar with, but I just didn't see the what do you call it? The stuff leading into it. So Jay, if you can help me with that.
Because
I told you I was cooking. I was cooking at the time.
Right. Like right after that huge clothesline and all of that had happened, what I know, they said it was like a reverse bridge.
It was.
Right. And it turned into it was a pin, which was kind of unique because of the way Lexus bent his head and body back, similar to it kind of looked like a male's version of the figure 8 without having to use the legs, to do the move.
That's because he doesn't want to get himself counted out, because we've seen that happen before where somebody did that maneuver and both participants' shoulders were on the mat and it was basically a double count out or double count. So he had to bridge.
Like that's what my wife was telling me. She was like, "Well, she was like, this looks like Charlotte's move." I said, "Kinda, but the men got to do a different twist to it." Except he didn't figure for him. It's just like he turned them around, turned himself, and that was it. And you're oh shit.
He used Oro's own momentum against him, so it was no way for him to kick out of that because it was too much pressure
going
applied. On. Yeah, it was too much pressure applied to him, where it was just like you got to take the 3 because you can't kick out because it's no way because your legs are locked. It's locked on over top of you, and like that was it. Because think about it: in order for him to hold the bridge, he has to use more leg power, which is forcing Oro down. So yeah,
because he noticed the coronation didn't work earlier on in the match, so he had to go with something else too to counter that. And it's good that he used that move because now we know he has kind of an alternate finisher now, as opposed to just a coronation. And Oral's gonna always shine. He does a lot of good shit in the ring. His kicking is different. You see him do bicycle kicks, kangaroo kicks, and you're like, shit. He's really unique with the feet. So, with him not having to use everything tonight, well, both guys use everything tonight. It was different in the fact that they had to keep everything in ring and nothing was, to the point where you had to just like tap a guy to the ground and there was so many stipulations within this match
So
that made it
I don't
different.
I don't like that. The whole
It was weird.
gentleman's duel thing. That's ass. They could have just been a regular match.
That's all because of Dempsey last week telling Lexus what type of a match to have. He said gentleman's duel. And he was like, oh, now I know what we can do. I'm gonna go tell Ava.
Yeah, that was ass. But I mean, so what? Now I think Lexus won, unless they continue their feud. Lexus has won 2 matches to 1 at this point now.
Pretty much.
And he shook his hand.
He's been being a nice guy for the past month or so.
I'm like Oro. I don't buy it. I think it's an act. And he's gonna. If they keep this going, he's gonna eventually beat the hell out of him, either after a match or something.
All right.
Because I don't see the end game. Because it's not like the fans are gonna like him.
Right. This can't be the end.
Yeah, there's at least 1 or 2 more between the two.
Yep. And I don't mind.
So, like, after this match, we got Cedric and Javon talking in the background.
That boy is...
And Uncle Seti.
Bouncy.
You gave Randy everything he wanted and then some. It was dope.
And I tried, honestly. But that is some bucket list stuff, okay? But tonight, I gotta focus on that triple threat.
That's a big title, right?
Pull your britches up, boy.
That was one hell of a
Please.
You really should be proud.
I agree there, amigo.
Thank you.
And you guys should also be apologizing for the tag match you cost us 3 weeks ago.
Oh, fact!
This is true.
I know we would go for A-Town Down Under and not you guys. Hey, see, that's only an excuse.
Look, man, Javon, I'm really hoping that you are enjoying this 15 minutes of fame that you are having right now. Because just because you are a part of this match does not mean that you are ready for the NXT Championship picture, dog. It's mine, all right? Stay out of my way. I'm on my way to become the champion.
Honestly, ever since you lost your friends, you've been feeling a little salty.
Salty.
All right, you need to calm down, for real.
Look, when you want to win the NXT Championship, you do not need to have friends like that.
Well, how do you know that when you never had the NXT Championship?
Oh, but I've definitely won every championship around here. How many have you won?
Oh, I need 2 more wins, and then I'm going to find you somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
It's never going to happen because you're
you
the
ain't
match with
gonna
me
do
tonight.
This is spicy between these two.
Well, this is not their first rodeo, so not their first rodeo. Remember, they was in the 6-man tag team. Remember?
Right. But I mean, this right here, I wrote down in my notes like, is this the beginning of a rivalry between these two? Like that's beyond the main event match, like because that was like really intense for no reason. It was really intense for absolutely no reason. It's like, oh shit. And I don't mind it because their styles of competing, I would love to see them go one-on-one. Right. We haven't seen them go one-on-one yet. We've seen, like you said, the tag match, and now we're looking at a triple threat match. So hell yeah.
He should be like, not only should let me get my names right. Okay. Javon not only should be upset with West, of course, because of that 6-man match, but now, they just said, because of you, Action Frazier, you guys caused us our match. And it's weird because he was tag teaming with them and they was cool and working together, and they gave us like they're half the reason why that was like one of the best matches that I've seen.
You're right. I forgot about that. It was him, Axiom and Frazier versus the Rascals.
Rascals, right?
I forgot.
So they have
about that.
Those two, Evans and West, they have their previous beef, so they were never cool, courtesy of that match.
But this right here just gave me like, this sounds like a side quest again for Javon.
Yeah, and
It's gonna be a good one.
And it's going to be a good one because it was good before. Like these two here, it's a tug of war. It's like
if we get it, I'm just torn because it'll be like Undertaker versus CM Punk again for me. Like what? Like, are you serious? It's like whenever it's Kobe versus the Brooklyn Nets. Like, come on, are y'all really serious right now? Like, I'm really supposed to pick?
It's bound to happen. It has to happen.
I don't know what to go for. I gotta buy a shirt for each of them and tear it up and then tell
half and half.
Yeah, tell the little lady in the cleaners like, put this shit together. Put it together, please.
Your shirt would say Wes is bouncy.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah, you'll be like the mayor who has the Mets and Yankees.
Yeah,
on the same. Yeah, it said Mets times Yankees.
I mean, at least this mayor doesn't root for the Boston Red Sox. Like, bruh.
Ugh. All my socks are black, so I'm good.
As I have black socks on too.
Oh shit! Mine's are like yellow. Yeah, I got
yellow socks on.
Yeah,
yellow socks on.
SpongeBob?
Are they cartoon socks at least?
SpongeBob?
No, they yellow, green, and blue.
Is that a flag?
No.
Those sound like
it's just some socks. It's just some socks I got from Temu.
Gotcha. Say less.
Leave it right there. We have Lash Legend and Jakara Parker. Whatever her last name is. Promo. Please.
What did you call her? Jakara Parker?
No. I said whatever her last name is.
No, before you said that. What did you call her?
Lash Legend. And Jakara.
Yeah, he said Lash.
I heard something else, but okay.
Women's tag team titles were being defended, and there you see ringside Lash Legend Jakara Jackson, who interfered and led to the championships.
So this is from last night.
By the champions of
last week.
Shown last night.
And that being Kairi Sane.
So EO went to X, Twitter Mundo.
Yeah.
This championship match was not fair. I can't just eat a punch and be done with it.
Right.
And then Kairi Sane also said, we'll pay you back double.
And they had to wait a whole week to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That hurried a whole week so it can make sense. Yeah.
I was watching our show from last night. We were so confused. We were so confused trying to put it all together. And I kept having moments because I'm like, oh yeah, SmackDown and this and that.
That was just a weird show.
But Jay showed me earlier today that the fans, remember I said it, I kept saying to you, I'm like, yo, the fans got to be confused watching the second show. And they said that they didn't understand what was going on. And Shane, you were right as well. When you said that they didn't see all those backstage things that we saw.
No, of course not.
They didn't get any of that. So they were saying nothing made sense. It was just confusing. And they didn't know it was a tag team tournament. I'm like, oh man, that's why I said I would have left that show, Shane.
Maybe that's why there was also a hush for AOP, not for AOP, but for the War Raiders.
But I think either way, it was still fatigue because regardless, it's not like they're gonna tell you that they're coming out. You know that you saw the Alpha Academy come out, and it's a tag team tournament. Regardless of if you knew it was a tournament for the number one contendership or not, I think that it was just fatigue because you have
damn near 1 a.m. Damn near, and you see the War Raiders. You're like, come on, you could have done that. You could have done that next week,
right? Like they deserve a better situation. But like I said, they were casualty of the second night of Raw, or the second Raw of the night. And which, like I said, Shane, I would personally walk out of that. I'd be like, look, bro, just let me know when you get home. I'm going home. I'm not leaving Barclays Center at 1 o'clock in the morning after we got there at 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. That's insane.
No, I'm probably been right behind you. Right behind you. Yeah, that was all in all just it was just weird.
It was just bad. They, I mean, I don't understand. Like, maybe like what Jay said, because of the whole customs things or whatever. Like, if you're bringing the show to another country, why not just do Raw and SmackDown from there?
Right.
Like, you don't need the LED ring all the time. Like tonight, NXT didn't have the LED ring. They just had a regular ring tonight. No problem. Because you got to bring a set in a ring anyway. Right.
Maybe certain, participants couldn't come that needed to tell their story for Raw. And since they had everyone's attention from Friday, they said, screw it, let's just shoot it here. Let's just shoot now while we got the people, got a packed house. Let's give them a little extra for their buck. Not realizing that they gave them too much.
Right.
And Dave was like, yo, we're ready to leave. We're ready to go home.
Right, because I'm scared of what might happen on Friday. It might be fatigue again.
No, I hope not. Oh, well.
Right, because see what you were saying, Shane? A lot of wrestlers are like that. They really would tell the company, like, look, we're not traveling here. We're not going there. Because I heard that about CM Punk. CM Punk said he has his reasons why he doesn't go to Saudi. Mm-hmm. So you see how they, he's not on TV, he hasn't been on TV the past couple of weeks and stuff. So
Sami Zayn used to be that way.
Right. Sammy was because of him being, he's half and half. And there was too much war going on between the countries that they was like, we ain't fucking with Sammy. Sammy ain't fucking with them. So eventually everything got, peace happened and Sammy showed up for the first time out there.
Well, he's the golden child this time because whatever superstars do they have in their roster to represent?
Right. And also pertaining to one of our Friday night guys, Mr. AJ Styles. I'm not sure if you guys seen his tweet, but he was like he has a lysphrantic tear in his knee. And someone came out and answering his tweet saying, talking shit about it, saying it was fake. And he was like, no, this was real. But as you kids would tell me, I'm washed. So I'm washed right now. That's what he said in the tweet.
So he's legitimately hurt again.
Right.
And he just came back.
I never heard, it's like the second or third time. It's like the second or third time I've heard of that leg injury.
What? No. What? Aaron Rodgers, what?
Aaron Rodgers.
He didn't get, knock on wood, he's not
hurt. From last year.
He wasn't coming back from being hurt.
Aaron Rodgers. That's exactly what happened to Aaron Rodgers. We was cheering for him to come back. He came back for a place later.
Y'all seen the situation last week where with the NXT girls that were being, hounded by this one guy? This guy came and as the girls were coming into their hotels, he was trying to take pictures of their feet.
Jay, goddammit. Jay, look, bro.
Is that a tidbit or a footbit?
What are you doing right now?
It's
What,
just
are you just
stuff
freely
that randomly
chatting right now? Or are we gonna
it's
do
the stuff
He is.
This is a
No, it was
segment?
just stuff that was just coming into my. No, it was just coming into my head at the moment.
Because I'm about to press play and you're going, oh, by the way.
Like we're not texting in the chat right now. We're live on the show. Unless
it's tidbit.
This is a tidbit. Is it? Did you know? Is it a rumors reaction hot take? Like we are in the middle of the show.
It's been a while, so I guess it's a.
Yeah, it's been a while since I talked a lot, so I just figure I'd tell you guys that.
Yeah, before my equipment starts acting up.
Okay.
No, just label it. Let us know what we're doing here, and we'll flow with it. You're the host, but Shit, we got to reel you in. Like, come back. Come back, Jay. We worry about the duo.
By the way, I don't know if you know, we have Lash and Jakara waiting.
They've been sitting there for the longest.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I started the interruption, and I apologize about that. And Jay just took over.
Mm-hmm.
I got you started.
See how Jakara there? She got her eyes all rolled because she's like, "Oh, Jay,
hurry up."
First, Lash cussed me out. Jakara got you, so we both got cussed out. So let's just
sorry,
give it to
Miss
them.
Jackson.
The genius of the sky. Kyrie's saying the sky pirate. Y'all ladies fly high above the clouds and have made much success on every level.
Mm-hmm.
Former NXT Women's Champions, WWE Tag Team Champions,
Yep.
and Women's World Champions.
But now, we're about to swat y'all out the sky.
And we don't care how bad damage control is. Next week, you're gonna find out in a damn thing sweet.
Because Miss Jackson and the Bougie Bully will eliminate damage control from the title picture. And then, Bianca and Jade, we coming for that gold again.
That's right.
maybe they get a real legit match with no interruptions. That would be nice. I think they deserve that rather than have, two individuals standing outside and all of these dudes coming in out of nowhere. Why is Mundo doing the freeze frame?
2 weeks in a row, I'm getting to see Lash and Jakara challenge main event talent or main roster talent. I'm excited about it. They're not even worried about the NXT landscape anymore. They're like, fuck y'all. Yeah. So this last week it was Jade and Bianca. This week is Damage Control. I'm like, y'all might go ahead and do y'all shit. Because remember yesterday I was just like, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me, but I'm excited about it now because I'm like, they're getting another shot at main event talent. They didn't say which show it was going to be held on. I mean, I would love for them to come back to Raw for a live show. That would be awesome. But then I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it on NXT if we're going to do the usual NXT format of the 5 to 6 matches situation.
Right. Like, damn, see, I forgot what I was going to ask you on that one. But, damn. Now, what I was going to say was, based off with these with these girls, fighting each other, do you feel that when SmackDown does its third hour, that these girls will be featured more? Do you think it's just like a little test for them?
In 2025?
Right. Do you think Lash and Jakara will be a part of that, like, third hour? And
I don't want them on
as a tag
SmackDown.
team?
I don't want them on SmackDown.
They're fighting SmackDown talent.
No, they're not. They're fighting the WWE tag team.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The tag champions on all 3 shows, and now they're beefing with Raw talent right now.
Okay.
So it's just that, Bianca and Jade were kind of like, well, we're on your show tonight. How about you show up on our show on Friday, and we'll face you then. And then, they showed up on Monday this week. And so I don't know if that'll lead us back to NXT again, but I'm just saying, like, regardless, I'm just excited.
Okay.
And if SmackDown is a 3-hour show, then I don't mind them competing on SmackDown because they'll have the time for them.
Correct. So, fellas, we have our NXT profile brought to you by Progressive, featuring Nikita Lyons.
Hey, heads up real quick.
Yes.
From the executives in my ear. After this profile, we need to take a commercial break and then finish off the other half of the show.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Copy that. Okay, thank God. Fucking people in my ear, man.
The NXT universe has only had a little taste, a little appetizer of who Nikita Lyons is.
All right.
Good morning.
I never had none.
I'm the definition of a multi-dimensional superstar, baby.
And Jay, those are all main roster talents
dance,
right now.
Create, touch
Yes.
grass, and just straight up vibe.
She could have been main roster already.
But I will knock your lights out.
As the diet version of Nia Jax.
Now, I've had some setbacks, but I live by the motto, the pounce back is always greater than the setback. The NXT Women's Division is the best division in wrestling. And I'm here to let you ladies know that this lioness is about to be untamed, and I'm ready to take over.
Oh, look at this move right here. Ooh, that one right there. That view right there, that girl's face is like, ooh.
The whole booty, the whole thing right there in their nose.
Wobbly, 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 wobbly.
Drop
it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
We're going to jiggle ourselves into this commercial break. Right, Jay?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Three Bells Podcast, NXT Recap, Mundo, Jay, Shane. Be right back.
You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J. Mundo. And Shane O'Mac.
Acknowledge me.
Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown, featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
So, we're back from commercials, ladies and gentlemen.
We got to make those longer.
Yeah, that's what I said last week, and now you see.
Yeah.
Oh. So,
You okay?
Yeah.
You think I had to hurry up and just...
So we have our third match of the night. And I call this the cheeky match. Featuring Lola Vice. The Cuban mommy versus Nikita Lyons. Fellas, we haven't seen her. Well, you guys, this is the first time y'all guys are seeing her overall.
Correct.
And
besides pictures and stuff on the internet.
Right. There was at one time that she was supposed to be fighting for the women's tag champions on the main roster. She was supposed to fight for the tag championship. And prior to that, she got hurt. She tore her ACL. And then after that healed and she got back into the ring and started training again, in the beginning of this year, she tore the other ACL. So
she might be a little too heavy.
Right.
And
So
this is a repeat of the conversation we had last Tuesday, where I said that for the fighting style that she has, she might be a little bit too heavy, and there's a lot of pressure on the knees, and it's no diss to her, but it's just, like I said in the beginning of this match, it was a stalemate between Lola and Nikita because they're both
karate.
Yeah, they're both combat type participants. Very interesting to see, though, because the only other person that challenged Lola in that type of way was Carmen with her sword thingy. But I'm just like, you can compare. But it was interesting, man. It wasn't a lot for me to write down in the match. It was just mainly just something to watch and not really... Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm being for real. It really was something to just watch. It wasn't a lot of oohs and ah moments in the match for me to write down and regurgitate here. I mean, because it just wasn't. But Lord have mercy. They competed though. I'm saying they competed and they were tough. Both women are tough as hell. And like most of the match was a stalemate because they're like, in a sense, mirror images of the other. But, Nikita just has the size advantage over Lola. But Lola is tough as fuck. And so is Nikita. And it was just really a stalemate until Jada came running down. And I was like, ooh, more cake. I mean, ooh, look at her interference.
God.
And Lola kicked her off the apron, and then Nikita somehow, I think I forgot what she did, but she ended up getting Lola out the ring, and then the referee got involved, and he was trying to touch Nikita's cakes, and she was like, "Motherfucker, get off of me!" And while that was happening on the outside, we saw Jada hit Lola with the hypnotic, and that Jay, you got to admit now, Jay. That move looks a little more deadly now since people have been complaining about it being her finisher. Did it not look more? It looked worse.
It's like she used more of the hips.
The hip, right? The hip bone. Yeah. Mind you, the hip bone. So it's not like you're getting hit with the flesh. You're getting hit with the bone. That will knock your ass out. And I was like, wow. Oh, and then she put Lola back in the ring, and then we got to see Nikita do a Vader bomb, basically.
Yes.
I didn't know that was her finisher. I thought she was going to do the split-legged thing.
She got to switch. She has to switch.
I guess because of the knees, she can't do the split thingy right now. I was looking forward to that. I'm sorry. I mean, but that was still devastating as well. But I mean, that I've never seen. That's the second match tonight by the ladies that I was like, yo, these women are literally evenly matched. And it was really, I mean, but what it was a good match because I don't know much about Nikita. I know what to expect from Lola, and she got in her kicks and everything like that, but it was just like, it was too much of a not a standstill. It was just like a stalemate because they're just mirror images of the other. But shout outs to Nikita coming in, getting the W on her return match, Shane.
It seemed to me that it wasn't just a physical match. It was more of an image match as to who looks better in terms of who's a better fighter. My UFC fighting versus your karate, which you coming in using the nunchucks.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they were both kind of selling, for what I got anyway, they were both kind of selling their sexiness.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of these elements out of that match besides a physical match.
Right.
And I'm not complaining. And not for nothing, on a side note, for me personally, Shane O'Mac, Shane Moses, we are three men here at the Three Bells Podcast, and we're watching NXT that has a lot, if not the entire women roster, are just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them in their own right are just freaking gorgeous.
And they're badasses.
And yeah, and these two particular, Lola, we love Lola. We love Miss Parker because, let's keep it funky. They're meaty women. They're meaty in certain places. Yeah, they got cake. And we like cake. So if it seems like we're over the top for your taste of us talking about the women here, that's just the way we talk because that's what we like. So
blame Shawn Michaels.
Right, blame Shawn Michaels. So
he put that shit together.
Right. Slick. And I say that, especially for you, Mondor, when you paused and almost apologize, it's like, no, there's no need to apologize, because we're men. When we love these women, and they're showing the cakes, they're showing the goods. So we're going to compliment it. We're going to see, we're going to talk about it. That's what we do. We're men, just like if it was three women and they were to see good looking guys, they're going to talk just the same. So, right. Yeah, I mean, if you don't believe us, watch the product yourself and you'll see why we say, the things we say. But yeah, other than that,
thank you, Shane.
Thank you. Other than that, I have a feeling that we might see, a three-way.
Oh my God!
Oh,
boy. All of them ham and eggs in one ring.
I don't think the ring can hold it.
I don't think the PC can hold.
The matter of fact, that's something I didn't even mention. The PC was going crazy when this match even started. I was like, because they didn't know who to root for because they wanted to root for Lola, but then they wanted to root for Nikita because she's just coming back. They're like, welcome back, and then they don't know what to do, and then they both doing little shaking things and showing. I'm just like, brother,
It was a very sexy match. That was probably one of the sexiest matches. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because Lola and Miss Parker, they had their matches, and we know that they're both sexy, but that wasn't what they were selling. That wasn't like they were fighting.
Yeah, they were fighting.
You know what I mean? They were physically fighting. It was going in. Yeah. Compared to this match here, it was just a lot of other things besides the physical match. So but that's why we're saying what we're saying.
But I attribute that again because to me, besides the size difference, they are mirror images of the other, like literally. And maybe Nikita might have felt away because Lola has been getting this type of shine, doing what her gimmick is basically. I'm sexy, I got this, and I can fight. Like outside of wrestling, I can actually fight, combat fighting. But Lola was the one who was healthy, and you know she got that push. Sometimes that happens in wrestling. So.
And you can see with Lola, not with Lola, but with Nikita, you can see the knee braces under her outfit.
On both of them, yeah. It looked so awkward. I felt bad
so
for
huge.
her. Like, damn. Yeah, I felt bad for her. But
so that's why I kind of feel they were also at a stalemate because maybe they already was telling Nikita in the back, don't go too hard as far as what you do.
Yeah.
You know, because if we seen like full-blown Nikita, she's gonna go off with the same moves, like you said that Lola does, the kicks to the head, side kick. There's a lot of moves. So Nikita got to change up her in-ring style, and like you said, we seen it tonight. She didn't do the split leg because maybe that's what started the first tear with the left leg, and then during training. It eventually led up to the second tear, so maybe that's a move she has to eliminate in full, in general. So,
or like I said, maybe just trim it down a little bit because the amount of inertia, basically.
Of weight,
when you're doing something like that.
Look, I got a quick tidbit on her, and the crazy thing is with Nikita, she's still only a ripe 25 years old, and and she was born in Vegas. By the age of 8, she had moved to Hollywood for her family, and she became a black belt before the age of 11.
Wow!
So and graduated high school a year early. So with Nikita, she seemed like she was already with that focused mentality on always achieving and going forward with things. So. With you could tell with this setback, it didn't really fuck with her mentally because she knows where the focus is at, and it was good to see her tonight. And the fact that multiple fans had signs of Nikita behind Booker and Vic, and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy.
They've been waiting for it, like she said. They only got a taste. We only got a taste.
Right.
The appetizer wasn't enough. It was not enough.
We didn't get we didn't get no cherries, no syrup. All we got was the ice cream. That's it. The ice cream and the scoops. That was it.
Right. I'm glad you said all of that and everything that you said, Jake. Now it makes sense as to why we got that match we got. Based on what you said. Now it makes sense. Okay. Right. Thanks for that tidbit. Let's go to the chat board. We got quite a bit on the chat board.
We do.
Shit.
Triple J. LeBron. Mr. IM_L. What's up, fellas? On my way home from work, had to make a stop at the Three Bells station. What's up, my Three Bells brothers? What's up, man? What's going on? And he says, I like cake too, Shane. Yes, we know. We know. And look, Spotlight says, hey, LaJuan. Hey, Spotlight. Hey, Puddin', what's going on? And then LaJuan, of course, says, hey, Spotlight.
Oh, God.
So they talking on the chat. And she's like, I just am settling in from getting home. See what I mean, Jay? See what I mean when I read? I just am settling in from home. Shout out to the Ding 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 Three Bells podcast. Thank you so much, Spotlight. Thank you. And Mr. Danielson, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, man. How are you? Good to see you. EO Sky, Carrie Sane, Julia, and Stephanie Vaquer face to face in next week's NXT and backstage promo.
Man, that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I would love to see those four go at it in a tag match as well.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be so fire.
It sure would.
Oh, hell yeah.
But they're doing something next week. Like, we should see these ladies next week, right? Like, the carries, the Damage Control and Lash and Jakara, is that next week, or is that at Havoc?
No, prior to the main event, they let us know that it was gonna be next week on NXT.
Okay.
Along with Julia and Stephanie versus Fatal Influence. Both of those fights are next week. So we definitely getting the ladies matches next week as well.
Okay, cool. Spotlight is letting us know what's on her menu. She says, I am eating beans and cornbread, but listening. You know, Spotlight, there's a song, Jay. There's an old song that goes, beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread had a fight. Beans and cornbread out of sight. It's from, who played the song? Oh, the movie Malcolm X. Malcolm X, when Malcolm X was getting his hair washed and dyed, because they used a special formula to dye his hair. They played that song, Beans and Cornbread. Mm-hmm.
I never heard of that. I'm gonna have to go check.
It's like an old song, Beans and Cornbread.
All right. So we got Ava in the back with Stephanie and Julia.
Stephanie, congratulations on your debut and on your victory. That's seriously something that you should be proud of. Oh, also, the idea of you two against Cora and Roxanne at Halloween Havoc, I love it. I think it's perfect.
Thanks, Eva. Of course we love this.
Yes. Wow. Okay, so all they have to do is ask and they get whatever they want. We want
They're so jealous.
Too. You love that idea too, right? Done. No. So these two actually have a valid reason for wanting to face Cora and Roxanne. You three just have a request and like to talk.
Classic.
You see, this is the office spinning stuff, just like they always do. I know. So actually, I am fair. And if you guys really want a North American title opportunity, then two of you can take on them next week.
But the way Ava said it, like, if you three want
We'll do it.
a North American title match.
Let's go, girls. See you guys next week.
So basically, they're gonna pick one of the three.
Well,
What a matchup for next week. But
I mean,
that was weird.
It's
probably a fatal four-way for number one contendership.
Mundo,
you sound like you're a mile away.
Your mic is not plugged in. Beans and cornbread.
Nada.
I didn't say nothing.
Beans and cornbread had a fight. Beans. So while
what you was gonna say?
What I was gonna say? Yeah, I know it's just a weird situation because these three girls, this faction is so focused on this one girl with the Women's North American Championship. So it's like same thing. We can't.
You're like a mile away.
You're talking from your phone.
You're talking from the telephone.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Okay, go ahead. We'll continue.
So like again, it just seems like, how would they settle this? Like, if they have the opportunity to have a match with Kalani, who's going to have that match? Who's gonna fight?
Me personally, I'm giving it to JC. It also depends on who they're choosing as the two next week to be the tag team. Because since we don't know they do mixing matches within their group.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really know. We'll just have to sit back and just wait to see this match next week, and more or less we'll know who gets the North American title match out those three.
It's just weird.
Whoever doesn't fight next week.
Yeah, basically.
The fresher of the three. Also, we got Javon and Uncle Sed talking again, twice in one night.
Really, they was talking? Oh, I thought they was just like warming up for. You mean this scene here?
Yeah.
There is Javon Evans with Cedric Alexander. Javon on the heels
of the
biggest
right.
matchup of his career against Randy.
Yeah, I didn't want to get in trouble with that music playing.
Okay.
But that was it.
So, we got our fourth match of the night featuring Chase Hughes, Riley Osborne he's alongside Thea Hale versus Ridge the Fridge. They showed us prior to that match starting about, they showed us how Riley jumped him last week and led up to this match that we have going on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Mundo, you back on?
I don't know. You tell me.
You good?
Yes, you're good.
You good?
I'm back.
He's back.
I'm back. Let's go. I don't know what happened. That was so weird.
Right. So, what are your thoughts on this fourth match that we have? Riley Osborne versus Ridge.
This was an interesting match. I mean, because I got used to the whole 4-match situation. I was like, okay, what are we doing here? And I think that match 4 and 5 were just fillers, in a sense, because it was quick. It was a quick match. A few things I did like was the start of the match, or prior to the start of the match, was Riley sneak attacking Ridge while he was entering the arena area, and he flew over the damn steel steps and caught him with a clothesline.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell was that? Because, we're focused at home. We're focused on Ridge, and then that shit was funny. And then, we get into the match a little bit more, and Ridge is on the outside, and Riley's hanging over the ring apron, and he gets caught with a nasty knee lift. I was like, ooh, old school. Certain moves we don't see anymore, like a knee lift. Like, you don't see that anymore too often. And then this overhead throw that Ridge did from the top rope. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do. I think whatever they were planning to do went awry, and he just said, fuck it, and just took him and just threw him. And he just landed on the floor, on the mat. And I was like, well, that's pretty fucking awesome still anyway. And then he hit, unless I saw it wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but he hit Riley with a power bomb after that.
Yeah.
Right. And Vic was like, just pin him. Like, what are you waiting for? Because, Ridge is just standing there like, yeah, talking shit. And I was like, oh man, this is not looking good. And then he hits him with that Redeemer DDT. I love that move, man. And especially tonight, Riley sold the hell out of that move tonight. It was a pinpoint drop on the head, and I'm dead type of finish right there. And Ridge gets the win, Shane. But a lot more happened after that. I was just like, uh-oh.
Yeah, because it's like, Ridge, I don't know, maybe he heard voices in his head also. Because then after the pin and after the win and after the victory, he attacks, oh boy, he attacks Riley. Starts to getting a pounding on him again. And poor little Thea, she is just standing there. We go, stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, stop it. Oh, poor girl. Just want to give her a hug.
Hands and knees.
Yeah, I mean, ugh.
And he's just ignoring the hell out of her.
Yeah, of course. Like, what she's going to do? Like, she's not gonna touch me. She's not gonna hit me. She's just gonna yell and scream and say, "Stop it!" Which makes me want to hit him even more.
I kid you not, though. I thought she was gonna try to intervene in that. like at first when like he was in the corner towards her when he first started attacking Riley, I thought she was gonna grab his leg or something. It looked like it was, but
I was sitting back yelling, "Hit him in the nuts! Hit him in the nuts!" Like you could have just uppercut him right there. Like give him a good one.
She's a good guy. She can't do that.
Damn. She's a good girl. But you know who's not good? Mr. Chase. Mr. Chase came out to help out his brother. And helped him out, and Thea, surprise, Thea, she wasn't expecting him to come out. Went out, did his thing, cleaned the house, and she came and gave him some love, and everybody was excited to see him. And he's back. Yeah. So
I was wondering, I'm like, when is he gonna come back? Because I'm like, bro, you only took a DDT onto the table. Like you didn't die. Like what? Like bad enough they had you carted out from that. But I'm like, he didn't do nothing too serious to you for you to be going for so long.
Well, apparently they heard you, and there's your answer.
Right.
He came back tonight.
And apparently, Ridge, your quest of ending Chase U
has been denied.
Right.
All right. and the funny thing is, like Mundo, as you mentioned, like we got these quick matches as fillers. With a guy like Ridge, what I'm noticing, and I'm pretty sure Shane brought it up a minute ago, and that was the fact that Ridge gives us some Brock Lesnar vibes, some old school Brock Lesnar vibes, where these matches are going 3 to 5 minutes, and it's just straight destruction and dominance by a guy like Ridge. It's like you say, he tossed him quite a few times, and then after the match, he just beats his ass again, and it's amazing to see the transformation that we've got with a guy like Ridge over these past, 8 months?
Yeah.
You could say?
Yeah, I agree with you.
I would still thank Sean Spears for, playing a real important role in his change.
He more than likely produced this as well. Like I said, I value that man so much because for him to be more worried about producing and helping the others versus him, I'm pretty sure he's still a young man within himself, and he can want to push himself and be bigger. But the fact that he likes the role that he plays and the shit that he does, it's cinema. It's really good. It's really, really good.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
agrees. Look, Jay, Lawan agrees. He said, we said he's a lot like Brock on the last PLE. I saw him in. Yeah, the last PLE we saw him in. That was
No Mercy.
Yeah.
No Mercy, yeah.
When he had that out, when he was standing out there, yeah.
Yeah. He got a lot of toughness. You ain't saying no lies being told. Spotlight. I was wondering who you guys was talking about. So Ridge. Yeah, Ridge. Yeah, Ridge Holland, that big powerful guy. And this is he's that type of guy. That's what we expect from him. Like Breaker and Reed, and that's what we wanted. That's what I wanted to see from Omos, but he never had the opportunity to be that. So
he was too big.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Too much.
And you notice with Ridge, his traps are bigger. Also you can see around the neck up here, he's bigger.
He's the OG, the OG Brock Lesnar, basically.
Mm-hmm. And when Brock was starting to grow that little beard that Brock used to grow back then. So we see Ridge with the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also we got Tatum Paxley talking in the back with Saxton.
Our only reporter for tonight.
Tatum.
Hi, Ren, here. You can play with this.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Last week, we saw you attack Wendy Chu during her match against Sol Ruka. Do you...
Forget? Byron, I never forget. Do you think Wendy forgot when she pretended to be my friend? Played with my dolls? All to just stab me in the back?
That's not cool.
That's not
but
cool.
I didn't. And I just know that she is thinking that she...
Okay, Miss Parker's lying.
All right, Jada.
Man, look, I know
Come
she
here.
got hands and all, but baby Jada Parker is the one who's on point in this women's division. And Lola is going to learn she cannot...
Rude! I know you're playing with Lola right now, but you just interrupted my playtime.
Listen, freak. I don't doubt that you can handle Wendy Chu, but baby, I don't play at all.
Wow. Shane, isn't it crazy how OTM is now riding the coattails of Jada when they were their own separate entity at one point before she came?
Yeah, wasn't they like in a Grand Theft Auto alley in Long Island?
That whole thing was them. That was their
Right.
thing.
It was their thing, and then she came in and she was like, "You guys need me. I could be a great addition." And now
Reggie's gone, and now she's like the leader. And they don't even do anything. When was the last time we even saw them on TV? Like a month or so ago?
It's been so long. For a second when they were standing behind, I was like, "Who them? Jay? Who them?"
Right. All right. So we're at match number 5. This is coming off of what we saw earlier tonight backstage. Ashante the Adonis versus Brooks Jensen. You want to take it, Shane, or you want me to go?
I mean, I don't have much to say about this match. Because again, you nailed it when you was like, there was those fillers and
4 and 5 were filler matches. Like this match was like, I think the match. Matter of fact, it falls into the category again of a match that didn't matter. The story within the match mattered. Where let's just kick it off and just say that Carmen came out with a bag of the rose petals that we saw earlier that Brooks destroyed, and she picked up, and then she poured it onto the ring, which distracted Ashante because he's like, "What are you doing?" But like Booker T said, well, when you see something like that happen, you gotta pay attention. Forget about anything else that's happening. You gotta pay attention to that. And I get it because I've been watching, and I've been seeing Carmen's been falling for Ashante for the longest now. So maybe there might be some chemistry there. And Brooks, with the help of Sean Spears, got the win for this match. And that was pretty much it. It was nothing storyline wise as far as them. It was a throwaway, but it was more about him and Carmen.
Yeah, the only thing that stood out for me, Mundo, and Jay, the only thing that stood out for the whole match, I mean, because it was the match to me, it seemed mostly about the strength of Jensen. There was a lot of like technical holds and stuff like that. Like it really wasn't anything to be dazzled about. But then again, these two aren't dazzle type superstars,
right?
But the only thing that stood out was when Carmen came out and she did like that roundhouse kick to Sean's head, and he like stood back, and I was like, whoa. Yeah. I was like, wow. And the only thing I thought, like, I was like extremely turned on by her. She was just, I don't know, it's just something different about her tonight, and she was very attractive to me tonight.
She was very seductive looking.
Yeah.
And she was trying to protect, I guess, her man or what's hers or what she wants, in a sense.
Right. But why did you come out at that very moment as a distraction? Like, I know you want to be seen and heard, and you want
I was about to say, she wants him to see her.
But
because he's been paying attention to Brinley, but
causing like, him the match, is that like a good thing?
I don't think that was her intentions.
No, but like we mentioned not too long ago, that it seemed as if they already have, got it on together. And she's feeling some way.
You said that. You definitely did say that. Like maybe they had a one night stand or something like that. And so yeah. All right. Shout out to Jay.
Right. You did say that. And remember, I went on the whole rant about how it was probably whack and she needs to move on.
Right.
And And I'm
it was
right.
probably whack. It was probably whack to him,
To him.
but good for her.
Great
and
for
she
her.
and she wants more.
Great
And
for
she was
her.
and she was tight. You know, she was upset when he was bringing out the rose, the flower.
And she
For
ain't getting
somebody
one.
else. For somebody else in front of
Right.
her.
Right. So
Good
she said,
job,
you know
Jay.
what? So you see, you saw her. She said, like, fuck it. Now I'm gonna come bring these rose petals that I found on the floor, and I'm gonna bring them back. And now I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
distract your ass, and now I'm gonna cause you to lose.
But I don't think her intentions was to because she technically didn't cause him to lose. It was Sean Spears. He who came onto the ring rope and then distracted the ref a bit. But it's crazy because the referee saw Brooks cause Ashante to fall and hurt his man parts and get caught in the DDT. So in a sense, she didn't cause him to lose. It was Spears who came up and distracted or did whatever he did. So it's such a very weird dynamic there. But
no, I mean I get that, but it was her intent. That's what I'm saying. The fact that she came out and she kicked Sean out the way to the side, but the fact that she had the whole rose petals in the bag and pulled it out into the ring like that while he was in the match, to me that's a form of distraction. Whether it worked or not, it was the intent.
Right.
That shit was it was in his head.
I get it, but still, even with her coming out, he still was able, because everybody was like, oh my gosh, watch your back. And he turned around and he still hit Brooks. He was still able to maneuver and do what he had to do. And he had Brooks down, and he was about to go deliver his finishing move from the top. And that's when Sean grabbed the top rope and he caught his balance, but then the referee's dealing with Sean, and then Brooks hit the top rope again, and he falls and hurts his man parts again, and that was it. So it was like you can forgive her for that because now she got your attention. The point was to get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's mad. He has 3 people to be mad at now.
You still blame her after the fact that like
it was her
because of her
because of her intent. She intended. Because why did you have to wait till that very moment? Why couldn't you have told me before I stepped out in the ring? Why couldn't you have told me after the match? But you specifically came out. You picked up the roses. You put it in the bag, and in the back of your head, you planned on showing this right in the middle of my match. You came out. You kicked Sean to the side, and you slowly and seductively opened the bag, and you released the rose petals right there in the ring for me to see.
I'm telling you that I'm interested in you. And don't forget that he, being Ashante, got pushed to the back to Ava's office with Brooks. So I can't tell you back then, you're already gone. Mind you, I left. Brimley grabbed me and we left. She was like, let's get out of here. So you can't blame her on that one. And then she came back on her own and picked up the rose petals. While Ashante in the background, you can still hear Mr. Stone like, let's go to Ava's office right now. Let's go.
I don't understand. What is it that you're saying, Mundo? Because what I'm saying is, I'm saying what we saw, what happened.
Right, and we also saw that happen as well.
Right.
We
So why are you it sounds like you're dismissing it by saying, but then after that,
no, because
Jensen did this and did that. And what I'm saying is,
whether you said
right.
why didn't she come at him in the back? And I'm saying, well, she came back to the situation, but he was already brushed off by Stone to the office of Ava. She came back.
No, what I'm saying is like those was options as to when she could have saw him rather than at that moment while he was in the middle of a match. You're in the middle of a match. You're in a match to win, to beat somebody.
But it didn't cost him, though.
I understand that, but like I said, it was her intention. She purposely did that. I know it wanted to get his attention, of course.
But I said that, and I agreed with you. I said, yes, she wanted to be seen.
Sure, but that
it
is like the
didn't- her
worst.
being
That's
seen-
the worst timing. You understand? What I'm saying, like right
get
now
you.
we have a podcast, and Mundo, you have somebody that likes you a lot and is trying to get your attention, and out of nowhere she manages to rewire our system, and then bam. Right here in the middle of our screen is a big old picture of her wearing a negligee and has like a tattoo of your name and stuff like that. And we're going, yeah, Jay is covering his eyes. And then I'm like, what's going on? Like, Mundo, why is your chick like wilding out like this? Like, why now, out of all times, she wants to do this? Out of
Because
all
it's
other
the
times
best
that she can
moment.
speak to you.
Because it's the best moment for her to get your attention, because of the fact that every time that you guys encounter each other, he's not paying her any mind. If you pay attention, the last few times that they had these encounters, he has not said anything to her. He's been talking to Brinley since the moment that her guys got hurt. He's been like, I'm so sorry that, that happened to your mans right that, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, Carmen's been there the whole time and just staring at him. And like, that's why Jay said what he was saying, because of her lusting and looking at him that way. And that's what I'm just saying. I'm like, well, obviously she can't get him backstage because he's not paying her any mind. So she got to come out and be like, look, I'm down. I want it. That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I can see something. Yeah, I can see something next Tuesday in a situation where he's gonna confront her on this, and they're gonna go back and forth, bickering and arguing, and next thing you know, they're gonna probably fucking kiss on TV. Yeah,
yeah. No, but Shane, I never said you. I didn't disagree with you. I'm just trying to explain.
They're gonna bump and kiss, Jay.
They get just kiss.
Oh, okay.
Sorry
you
for
said,
saying.
Yeah, you said you said dunk and kiss. Like, so they're gonna do all
but
of that.
Shane, I was just trying to give you her perspective. That's all. I get what you're saying. Like, I agree with you. With like, why would you, as a guy, I'm like, why are you coming out here right now? But like, she's like, look, I don't know what else to do. You're not noticing me in the back. I'm trying to throw signs at you, but you ain't paying attention. You know what? I got to show you right now to your face. Because, that's why Booker T said, well, you know what? You got to pay attention to that right there. He said, you got to pay attention. But he was still able to categorize it and get back into the match. But Sean Spears screwed him over, though, man. So maybe do you think this is a long-term storyline with him and Brooks and Sean?
Possibly.
Maybe.
But
because you heard Ashante after the match was over, he was like, "I'm gonna get you," just like that. He said it twice. "I'm gonna get you."
They cheated.
So,
who was he talking to? Because all three of them was like towards.
I think he was looking more towards Carmen's way because you seen her with the bag in her hand and she was slowly tying it up. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get that
That's what
ass."
she want. Yeah, come get it. I'm telling you, come get it right now.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Ashante, let me tell you something, dude. Listen from your uncle to your nephew. Don't play with these women. I don't care how smart or not smart you think they are. One thing about all women, don't play with them. You understand what I'm saying? And especially someone like Carmen, she will slice your ass into a million pieces and not have any regret till after the fact that she realized what she has done because she is so scorned from what it is that you did. Case in point, what she did today. And you mess with a woman's heart like that, you play around. These women, you may think they weak, but these are some strong ass women, and they will F you up. I've seen it. We've seen it so many times. I'm just saying, Shanti, be careful.
Coming from your cousin, man. Telling you, go after it. Go after it, bro.
Be careful.
She gonna get you more TV time, bro.
Obviously, something happened. Something, like Jay said, something probably did happen, and he probably didn't like it and wanted to move on. But it was so great for her that she doesn't want to go after it. Maybe he doesn't want her that way.
Like Ben Stiller said, do it.
No,
go get it.
No,
get that TV time, bro.
He probably had it already. Bro. It was whack, and he wants to move on, and she doesn't.
Do what you got to do, bro.
He's probably the best she ever had.
Get it.
And he's playing. Playing, i.e., trying to holler at shorties while she's there. That's playing.
Especially with her friend.
Right.
Her
Like you're doing it right
friend.
there. Like you mushing the fact that you moved past her by hollering at her homegirls, by hollering at women while she's in the ring.
Bro, go get it.
Stop playing.
Take it. She's throwing it out there. Take it, bro. Get it. You might as well.
Obviously, something was not right for him, and he didn't want to deal with it no more.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next week.
Exactly. It's more TV time. Go get it, bro. Don't listen to Uncle Shane. Uncle Shane he care about your well-being, but I care about your career. Go get it, bro.
Yeah, that's what your career is about, running away from a psycho chick that don't know how to accept no as an answer.
All right.
Maybe he didn't even say no. Maybe he just dipped.
That's even worse.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm assuming he's younger than all three of us up here. So I'm just saying, like, maybe he just ghosted her. So, like, face it, bro.
She was in the room and brung the swords in, and he was like,
But I mean, look, I'm just saying, if she really wanted to cost you the match, she would have cost you the match.
Right.
She was just trying to get your attention, bro. Go get it.
Yeah.
Triple J.
Yeah. So after this, we had another Delta video as well, but also we see the NQCC talking in the back with Lexis King.
Yes.
What is that about?
They sure do.
And then some.
Mr. King.
Woo! Did you see that? Got a huge win, and it was right down the middle, just like you said. Good for you, Ren, sorry about your loss, but I can't thank you enough, bro.
Yeah, sorry, Ren.
Right? What up? I'm a mentor. Oh, and one more thing. I think now I might be ready for that rounds match.
No, I don't think you are.
I'm just kidding, but maybe not.
No, you should be.
No, you ain't kidding.
He's trying to get the Heritage Cup.
North American champion, looking sharp, looking dapper.
Get that freak, T. You see the look in Oba's eyes?
Don't worry about him, all right? He's just trying to regain a little mental
Nice thought he went right into this.
Tables, ladders, and skiers? What's that mean?
All it means is anything goes.
Look,
Oba's just trying to
What is
threaten
that?
us. Dawn, no one threatens this family. Now, I know you got Oba in a few weeks at Halloween Havoc, so I know you got to focus on that. But let me have Oba next week so I can show him the true power of this family.
Excuse me?
I don't think that's a good idea.
That's a terrible idea. Didn't they have a match, or was it the other guy?
That was Stacks.
It was Stacks. Yeah,
And it was
he
ugly
dominated
as hell.
Stacks.
That
It was
ugly
very
as
ugly.
hell. Oh my gosh.
So what you're saying, that you can do a better job than Stacks? That's what I heard.
He's bigger than him. He is bigger than him, though. Luca is bigger than him, so he might put up a better fight. He might put up a better fight. I didn't say he might win. He just put up a better fight. Stacks just got his ass whooped. He got thrown around the whole ring.
He should have held that.
But Jay, I want to say Shawn Michaels might have laid some breadcrumbs down for us as far as the story and the path of Lexis King, because this whole backstage interaction was based off of him. He had the interaction with the Heritage Cup champion, kidded around like, yeah, maybe I'm ready for that. Then he runs into the North American champion, gives him his props or whatever like that. But it's Lexis King. He might be looking at that too. So maybe that's his next steps moving forward. Heritage Cup, then North American Championship.
That's true. That's true. I like how that played out.
That's what I took out of that. And then everybody's personal stories being told within that, because they got to condense everything into 2 hours.
All right, because you could also take it as if it's Lexis King taking Dempsey's Heritage Cup, and then Dempsey calls up the Don and be like, "Yeah, remember last time, our last duel? Maybe I gotta fight you for this now. Since I got back the Heritage Cup from you, maybe I take the North American title from you."
That's if he still has it after Havoc.
Right. Cool. So we are up to our main event, our sixth match of the night. where it's a triple threat match for the number one contender to the NXT Championship, featuring Javon Evans, Wesley, and Ethan Page. Mundo, Shane, talk to
Me
me.
again? All right.
Oh,
Three
wait.
in a row for me. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know how
Okay.
to. I'll know how to lead off next week.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
You do it again. It's fine.
I don't mind. I don't. We don't have that rule anymore because I don't have to produce the show, so I'm fine. But yeah, it's amazing because this match started off with a straight kick to the face to Wesley by Javon. I'm telling you, these guys are just showing us that they're about to have a fucking rivalry because the whole time while Ethan is coming into the ring, all Javon cares about is Wesley. He's looking at him like, yeah, I'm coming for you, motherfucker. If you disrespecting me in the back, I'm about to fuck you up. I'm like, what? Ding, ding, ding. And then West tries to be cool and go towards, Javon. Unexpectedly, Javon kicked his head off. And he was just down looking mad dazed. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, come on, West. Because I like West and I like Javon. So I'm just like, come on. And who gets the free pass? Freaking Ethan Page, who tries to take advantage of it. But then eventually they get Ethan off the match. And then West comes back with his own kick to Javon. And I'm just like, oh, God. I'm like, this is really getting obvious now because these two just keep taking shots at each other. Yes, it's a triple threat match, but I mean, they keep making sure that it's like the one-on-one is between the two of them, and they're just like ignoring Ethan. And I'm just like, that's dangerous. But and then here comes Javon with a beautiful hurricanrana to Ethan, and in the midst of doing that, he kicks Wesley out of the ring, and I'm just like, damn. And he yells out, "That boy is bouncy." And I'm just like, yeah, I love this kid, man. And then after that, I seen a nice fallaway slam by Ethan Page when he had Javon, and he just threw him, and he hit Wesley, who went flying into the damn the barricades outside the ring. And this match was just incredible, man. I mean, I seen a nasty back body drop by Ethan Page to West onto the announce desk. And I'm just like, shit. Like, ouch. Like, here we go. Yeah, and there he goes. He's doing all this shit looking at the camera. And next thing you know, again, we had another one of those moments where we're looking at this, and then right by the screen, you just see Javon.
Body. And they both just roll right off the table, and nobody's at the table. They all three are gone. They just like, where's everybody under the table?
I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened? I'm like, oh shit! And then you see Javon get up, and Booker T's looking at him, and he's talking his shit in the crowd, and then we go on commercial break, and I'm just like, wait. And I swear, I wish it was Raw or SmackDown where they would have showed a replay of that shit going into the commercial. Because, I mean, that was hilarious, man. Because he just came out of nowhere. And I was just like, wow. And then, again, now we come back from commercial, and it's like, we keep getting this encounter between Wesley and Javon. And now I wrote it in my notes here. I'm like, rivalry from West and Javon brewing, because it's just like, we got the yay boos, and all that with them. And I mean, Jesus Christ, there was so much going on. And then one last thing before I throw it back to you, Shane.
Take your time.
Beautiful, beautiful tornado DDT from Wesley to by Wesley to, I believe it was Javon. And I mean, Javon sold it to the point where he got hit, he came back up. It looked like he was about to just bounce off the ropes, but then he fell. I was just like, damn. Then that led into a standing moonsault by him, Wesley, to Ethan Page. I'm just like, yo, I can't take this match anymore. This match is fucking awesome. I'm like, yo, the fans, it was going crazy in this match because it was so much hype, so much happening And then down towards what they like to call the deep waters of the match, you got Javon looking like he's gonna win. He had so many moments where he was hitting high impact moves to both Wesley and Ethan Page, getting close 2.5 counts, and I'm just like, bro. I thought at one point when he hit his finishing move onto Wesley and Ethan Page was out the ring, I was like, oh shit, he's about to finally get his main event championship match, and then here comes this goddamn motherfucker. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. Ethan Page coming in and destroying everybody's hope. Shane, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt like a little kid again tonight. At that match, I felt like a little kid because I'm like, there is no goddamn way after what we just saw from Javon, all that excellency and greatness. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Yep, all of that just for smart and sneaky Ethan Page to sneak in for the win.
Again.
But yeah, to add to that list of awesomeness, let's talk about that killer DDT from West to Evans. Let's talk about how all three of them were standing in the middle of the ring, and each of them gave the other one a kick. It was a triple kick where all three landed perfectly in their heads, and all three falls down at the same time. And Evans, the way this dude, talk about bouncy. How does he run up to Evans as he's sitting on the third rope? He jumps up to the third rope, Jay, and then sets him up for this high-ass Spanish fly.
Oh, my God.
That Spanish fly was
insane.
And then you had this high cutter, the cutter from Evans to West.
Mm-hmm. I thought the match was over.
Yeah, and everybody else thought it was over. How many times did Evans pin West? And everybody was counting it in when it got to almost get to 3. West kicks out, and then you hear like from what I heard, it was like the loudest pops. The loudest pops of the night came from when West kicked out of pins from Evans. It had to have been at least 2 of them.
Dude, the last 5 minutes of the match was just straight up power moves from Javon. Like that, if anything, those 2 vets right there made this. I'm like, I don't even know how much bigger can they make this kid a star with using veterans, especially coming off of the match with Randy Orton last week. Like, insane.
The one part of the match that I thought was cool was like when Paige got a little upset and he body slammed Javon on top of Wes, and then he took Wes and body slammed him on top of Javon. I was like, this match is turning. But he played it real slick throughout this whole match where he only snuck in after pins. And I was like, yeah. He's setting them both up because he looked at them at one point of the match and he was laughing at them.
Because they were fighting each other.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then they both beat him up.
Yeah, they were like, wait, hold up. What are we doing here? Let's get him.
And then right after that, they forget about it again. And then you notice that both two continuously start fighting each other right back after that.
That's when I wrote that in my notes. I'm like, is this a rivalry building between these two? Because they don't give a shit about Ethan. They just want to fight each other. And I'm just like, I get it. But I'm like, bro, remember why you're in this match. There's a reason beyond you two. Like, so yeah, I see Wes blaming Javon. I see Javon blaming Wes. And not to mention, again, Ethan steals a win by pinning Javon. This is the second time that happened. They had it in a fatal 4-way, and now in the triple threat match. And it's like, I think
Javon, that's something Javon ain't gonna forget.
Right.
He won't forget
that might be a precursor to like whenever he navigates to when he gets to the championship, and it might be against Ethan Page. that he finally gets that W over him because of what happened in the past in those matches.
All right.
LeJuan goes. Javon Evans is one of my favorite NXT superstars. Man, he got the gift as well.
Really, Shane? You can't just put the of in there for my brother?
He couldn't put the of in there for my brother?
I would have did it for you, LeJuan.
Well, your partner made it obvious that I read it that way. So think about that, LeJuan.
Oh, please.
Nobody said anything. Jay didn't say anything.
He'll
it
never
was
say
that
nothing.
guy over there that had to.
Jay don't speak. He just sits there.
Yep.
Yeah, Jay can't
Exactly.
speak. His face is covered. He can't talk. Yeah. Jay.
Yeah, but for Ethan to steal this win, hey, it propels him to a rematch with Trick for the championship. And after that match was over, he called out Trick. You got the video of him calling out Trick?
Oh, no, because they went to the wheel and they spun the wheel to see what kind of match that they was going to get on Havoc. And what is it?
A Devil's Playground match.
That shit was so. That shit. First and foremost, did the
That's
wheel
real
even
old
go
school.
around? Fuck that. Did the wheel go all the way around? It's like he spun the wheel and the wheel just stopped.
it. It's like Ethan. It looks like Ethan stopped it.
I'm like, did that even go all the way around? Like, if this was fucking Price is Right, I'm like, no, that wasn't a full turn. Gotta do it again. That's he said, because the momentum that he used to turn the wheel and for the wheel to just come to a hard stop like that, I'm like, is somebody controlling this wheel from the back?
Of course. That wheel got tired. It was spinning all night. You didn't notice when all the participants came out, that wheel was steadily spinning.
Oh, man.
It spun the whole night until Paige came and touched it. That's when it stopped.
Come on, Sean. We could have did a better job than that. You could have did Eric Bischoff and just really just let it go on its own, man.
Yeah. That and when Ober spent it. That was the only 2 times.
It just went on its own, right?
Other than that, it just spun.
It's fun. It's fun.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Ethan spent the wheel, but it just abruptly like a hard stop. I'm like, since when I played the wheel in Atlantic City, I'm like, it don't go that way. This shit just it don't go. It just like perfectly.
Yeah, they wanted to because they had to stop. But maybe it was an error on both ends.
But what match is that? Like, what is
Yeah,
that
what is
match?
that, Jay?
Devil's Playground match? I don't know.
That sounds like that sounds like some Kane shit.
It sounds like some old school shit. Old school match.
Old school match that I mean, for me, I don't know anything about because I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you see that that Ethan Page right after it attacks him with like a lantern type object.
It was the light. He hit him with the light. The shell of the
stage light.
Yes, the stage light. He hit him with a stage light and was like, "Oh, all right." That's how. And then the news came on right after that. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Immediately after that,
they was like, "Oh, we got 20 seconds, 5 seconds." News.
Maybe that's why the wheel came to a quick halt. They knew it was. They knew that was the time.
Yeah, the way though. I mean, my God, I've never seen a wheel do that before. It's just so weird to me.
So, since that was our last match, we could go into what we always normally do on every show, and we could go with our match and or moment of the night. Since I've been going with Shane all night, with Mundo all night, I'm gonna go with Shane first. I'm gonna take second. Mundo, you could go last on this one, and let's kick it.
Mundo, are you okay over there?
I'm fine.
You seem to be freezing a bit. Okay.
No, I'm fine. It's just that I'm trying to because I'm starting to lose the sound in my ear, so I'm trying not to get out of camera view too much because I'm messing with the mixer.
You're freezing up a bit, but yeah, I'm not being funny. Like you're really freezing up. Like you're frozen right now. And
No,
now you're frozen
actually,
looking up.
No, I'm just trying. Like I'm trying to get the sound back in my ear, so I'm just staying still while I'm moving my hand.
Yeah. Okay. So while
Oh yeah, I see it up there.
yeah. See now you see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're frozen, not Mundo frozen.
See, also the Devil's Playground match, I was gonna let you guys know, is just weapons. Weapons you could grab from anywhere, or that's all around. Because last year the Devil's Playground match was Roxanne Perez against Kiana James. So from the looks of it, with both of them two ladies, and they was using everything.
Time. That was my first time being exposed to Roxy. I remember that match because she had her mom there and all that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Lawan says it's basically a falls count anywhere match, Devil's Playground match. Just Googled it. Okay,
Well,
so it's basically no disqualification.
Guy's a little faster though.
Right.
Yeah, you do it anywhere. Maybe we should heavy up because it looks like Mundo, you look terrible over there. Maybe your battery's dying or something.
Oh
I'll
man,
check.
Mundo, you look like you're 480 right now.
Yeah. Anyway, Jay, to answer your question, my match of the night is this was a tough one because we had a couple of good matches tonight, but yeah, definitely this main event match with Evans, West, and Page. The fact that we even got Evans versus West, that is new gold for me. I would love to see these two guys go at it again. And we know that they're going to go at it again because that static is real. That static is like, it's not going anywhere. And I
from
hope
when they was in the back to the end of that match.
And like I said, even before the back, because they had that 6-man tag team. So there was already that friction there from back then. And my moment of the night, I actually have two. One is the from the Oro and King match when Oro did that air flip with King in the corner. He did that flip and managed to kick him as he was in the air, kick him right in the head. That was a cool moment. And my over moment, I ain't scared to say it, to see Carmen tonight. I don't know. It was just, she just looked different to me tonight, and it was very attractive. Right down to the way she did that roundhouse kick towards Sean's head, like that whole thing to me, it was very attractive. It was just something about her. And then the way she stepped back and gave like this real seductive, sexy look. I know she definitely got my attention. That is my match and moments of the night, Jay.
My match of the night also goes to the main event. It just did everything for me, man. I enjoyed it from the top to the bottom of the match. And like you said, we got to see a brewing rivalry. Also with the fact that we had a slick ass Ethan Page. If there was any way to win this match, it was to let the other two guys beat each other like in the old school way. The villain will let the two good guys fight and then sneak his way on. So that's what Evans did tonight, and he made a good match an even better one. And my moment of the night, honestly, will be the return of Nikita Lyons and seeing her back after all this time that she's missed. You could tell by the fans, they missed her a lot. The pop she got was pretty big, and she's one that I was saying before. If she never got injured, she would have been on the main roster at least a year ago. So thank God for the restart, and let's see how fast she could get back up to the top, fellas. And that's my match and or moment of the night.
All right, Triple J. For me, I made it obvious from the jump. What happened?
Mundo?
What happened?
sound very weak over there.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Mundo, you're frozen.
Oh, you're frozen. And he's gone.
Man. Uh-oh. He's having a J night.
Mm-hmm. His phone is saying, that's it, dude.
Oh, man.
I don't know if he's going to come back or... I don't know. But, Jay, what is it you want to do? Because this is our moment of the night. I gave mine, you gave yours. What are you going to do? To play a commercial, see if he comes back?
Yeah, let's play our closing commercial.
All right, playing the closing commercial. But, okay, let's do this then. Because Lawan added to his description of the Devil's Playground.
Right.
So he was saying basically falls count out anywhere. Devil's Playground. And like you said, with weapons.
Right.
But then he laughs and goes, wow, Jay with the 480 joke to Mundo.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
All right, so if anything else, you know what, Jay? I would say this. I like this format more so than what they did for the past 2 weeks. This is the original format that made them stand out for the other 2 shows. I say keep this right here because we got a total of what? We got 6 matches tonight.
Yeah.
And for the past 2 weeks, we've been getting what? Like 4? Mm-mm. Let Raw and SmackDown do that.
We got 8 matches from them in 2 weeks, and we just got 6 in one night.
Yeah, that should tell you everything.
When I noticed that the 4th match had came on, I looked at the time. I said, "Oh, it's 9:05, and we already starting the 4th match." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be one of them nights."
Right. Here's Mundo. Before your phone. Mundo,
can you hear me?
No. It's like you started good and then you faded away.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting right here in front of my phone. I mean, my phone. You can't hear me. Nothing.
Well, it's like in and out. It's real fuzzy and it's just weird. But try to say something. Try to give us your match moment of the night.
Well, I'll try. My match of the night is match number 6. Number 6.
Okay, we can hear you.
Last match of the. Can you hear me? Last match was awesome to me. I enjoyed it 100%. Shout outs to the guys, and yeah, I enjoyed that. My moment of the night. I don't know if I really have one. I just enjoyed I'll say the last 5 minutes of the match, just being shown the best of Devon Evans. That was just amazing to me. So that's my match and moment of the night.
All right, let's close out with this commercial, Jay.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's hit it.
And that's the bell, folks. You've been listening to the Three Bells Podcast with your hosts, Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac, bringing the thunder from the ring straight to your speakers. But the conversation doesn't end here. Keep the conversation going in the comments and follow us on our socials to get the latest scoop on WWE events and behind-the-scenes action. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and above all, stay tuned for more hot takes, news, in the world of wrestling. Expect the unexpected. See you on the next show, the Three Bells Podcast.
Hey. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Main Event Triple J, now signing off on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that been listening tonight, Lawan, Spotlight, and everybody else that just tuned in, even if it was for a second. Fellas, as always, I thank you guys for being a part of this NXT recap show with me. And also, I gotta tell you, October 9th, which was last week, was our 1-year anniversary. Thought out there as a reminder. And we're slowly approaching getting there to episode 150. Right now, we are at episode 144. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for the Three Bell celebration of 150. Mundo, Shane, close it out. Other than that, It's your boy Main Event Triple J. Now out of here. Good night and God bless.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. It's your boy Muno, aka Mr. AKA himself. I don't know what I'm seeing up there, what I'm seeing on my phone. Two different things. I can't see me up there, but I can see me here. I don't know if I'm even getting through. Like at this point, I'm over it.
Yeah, you are someone.
You hear me?
Yes.
You can.
Yes, we can. No.
Because you know what? You see me Friday, so I guess that I'm getting kicked off because I won't be here Friday. But shout out to the Triple J, Channel Matt. Thank y'all so much for having me. I don't know. I'm out of here. You know, I'm out, guys. I'm out.
Wow.
Here we go.
Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. On behalf of Mundo and myself, we like to thank everybody for watching. Thank everybody for leaving a message. Thanks to Lawan as always. He congratulates us fellas on our anniversary. So thanks Lawan. Thank you so much, man. And he also asked, are you guys doing prediction matches on the next NXT PLE? Of course, we're gonna.
More than likely, we're gonna do that next week.
Yeah,
on our Tuesday show.
Yeah, do it on the Tuesday show, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Since it's a NXT show.
Right. Since the following week is, after that is Saudi Arabia. The following week is not is back to back. So.
Right. Okay, cool. So there you have it. So next week at this time for this show, we will have along with the recap, our special PLE prediction. Yeah. Don't forget to check out our socials, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and TikTok. And please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube page so you get a notification for our next live, which will be this Friday. And Mundo was trying to tell us that he won't be here on Friday. So I will be hosting Friday Night SmackDown. And Mundo, all the best to you and your equipment. And the song ended. That means I got to end. And thank you everybody again so much. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Mundo. And this is your homie Shane O'Mac coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells podcast table, reminding everybody to have a good, productive week. Laugh hard, love harder, and good fight. Mundo's equipment. Good night. Because the song went off.
Hey.
And as always, no yeet.